We are arriving at Spirit on the Water, and what a beautiful view from the front door. We now enter into the house where we will be spending 8 days. Off to the right is the main dining area, a nice outdoor patio, grill, waterfall, very peaceful, very nice place to have your meals. We now turn towards the kitchen, which is right across from the open dining area. And as you can see, everybody is sacked out resting after a hard day of fun in the sun. Now head out towards the pool area. Give you a little sighting of the pool as we turn and head back into the house to give you a better shot of the kitchen area. We are now heading up into what was the original house before added to, and this would have been the living room area. Off to the left is a bedroom, and up these stairs on the right is a kitchen, another bathroom, and through this door is the master bedroom where John and I spent the week. We head into our bedroom and we make a turn, and you get to look out our patio doors to our view from our bedroom, which included the beautiful pool area, which we are now going to head down to. Now heading back down into the pool area, which is a wonderful infinity pool with a beautiful view. And over here is the rest of the deck for the pool with a fire pit, which of course in 80-degree temperatures we did not use. We now turn around and we will be heading down the steps to the part of the house that they call the Vision. We head down the steps to a great big deck area, which would be great for doing yoga for those who like to do it. And we are now heading down these steps shortly. Okay, now we're going to head down the steps to the Vision. The Vision has a room upstairs, more like a living area, plus a kitchen, and underneath there are 3 bedrooms, all of with their own bathroom. And of course they come with this beautiful view too. The view is priceless. We will now head back up to the main part of the house. Of course, any of our guests who were spending their nights down here had to walk up these steps for every meal. So they did get their workout. And we head back up the steps to the yoga deck. We'll now make a right turn, and we will head up the back steps, which will take us to the front of the house. And this will conclude the nickel tour of the house that was rented for the week. The island that you see is uninhabited, and I am told it's up for sale for a mere $27 million, reptiles included. A few people got up Sunday morning and went bird watching, and while the others just stayed in bed and rest. Just some conversation after our breakfast. And of course, we see this beautiful rainbow. One of the many hotels that is going to be ripped down due to damage from the hurricane. And yet another partial rainbow. Everyone's getting their snorkeling gear and getting ready to snorkel.
Right, but still, it's just funny.
It's a pirate ship.
I hope they're not getting ready to board us. And here we have a snorkeler, a camera, and a turtle out in front. And here we have Charlie taking the plunge. And another spotting of a turtle up on top of the water. And here we're showing you the cliffs that were right outside of our house. Unfortunately for us, there was no way down, although I was told there was a rope. But the neighbors next door seem to have a staircase, and if you look going towards the left-hand side, you will see a wooden staircase that goes down to some of the rocks. It does not go all the way to the water, though. It was a very nice sunset cruise. I think everybody had a wonderful time. But I do wish somebody would explain to me why there is an icebreaker at St. Thomas. And here are the beautiful sunsets that we did get to see. On Thursday, John and Linda and I went to Coral World. We did get to swim with this beautiful green sea turtle by the name of Chili, but before we swam, one of the iguanas decided to take a swim too. And good she pays attention because Chili happened to spot her and was going to investigate and came so close to getting that tail. Now the unfortunate thing was that while we did do this turtle swim, they didn't have a photographer there to take pictures of us, so we never got any pictures of us swimming with the turtle.
Our sea turtles were not born that way. Those extra suits cause drag, means those baby sea turtles cannot swim into the lake pressure, so they're easily caught by things like beavers, crabs, pelagic fish, and sharks. It also makes the sea turtles wouldn't be able to get down to the bottom of the ocean floor. That's really important for marine sea turtles, because these guys are the most herbivorous sea turtle and the only one out of a set of different species. These guys are eating a particular species of grass called turtle grass. The reason that we don't see turtle grass in the Coral World is because turtle grass is considered endangered and is federally protected by the government.
This past year, because of things like the illegal pet trade industry, as well as deforestation. Deforestation is a really, really big deal, a really big problem for these guys, because not only are they being taken out of the wild, but they're also losing their habitat. One of the really, really big culprits of that is palm oil. So even if you have never thought about getting a bird, you don't want a bird as a pet, there are still things that you can do to help preserve and protect the animals that are out in the wild. And something that we're all definitely falling into is the consumption of palm oil. Now, palm oil is not necessarily a bad thing as long as it is farmed sustainably, but it's found in so many of the foods that we eat. If your food is processed at all,
Some of the friends who joined us while we were eating lunch. Now we did return to this Coral World on Friday with Daniel, Melissa, Frank, Greg, and Jess. And Frank, Greg, and Jess are shown here as they're entering the water to do the sea trek. Basically what they're doing is putting a helmet on which has oxygen being pumped in, and they walk down the ladder and they walk along a railing on the floor of the ocean. Hey Frank, we just saw a great white ender in that area. Here we have Jess coming down to seafloor. She'll then start walking over towards our right, where she will eventually take hold of the railing they have down there.
He's had a shirt on. He didn't have a sweatshirt on. Yeah. Oh, that's good. They're gonna have pictures.
And
really
here
good pictures
comes
of her in the
Greg.
prom, I'm sure. What do you guys think?
Have to keep a good holding of the railing and the ladder, otherwise you start going up to surface.
Here, let me get a picture of this real quick.
That guy needs to bring all the fish back. Remember when that guy was standing there? I think that food was here.
That's what I'm telling you. We had to, I need to get a picture of this.
And last but not least, here comes Frank, as he will make his way down the ladder. And in the middle of the screen is Frank, and then to the right we have Greg and then Jess, as they are doing their sea track. And here they are coming back to join us after their sea track adventure. And as we are doing our snuba, we come across a moray eel. And of course, John decides to get a little closer with his camera than the photographer was getting with his, so he decides to chase the moray eel around. And here we come across a hawksbill sea turtle. And now our journey under the sea comes to an end as we make our way to the ladder to ascend up top again.
I know it can be really overwhelming if they're not trying to get to you. They just help with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And then whenever you're done, you can just bring the cup back over to me. We do reuse them.
You guys want to come on? Oh, look how sweet. Oh, my God.
That's Sunny and Zazu. They are made in pair. They typically mate for life. We see a little bit of fluidity in that, but not too much. For the most part, they're together for their entire life. Clink.
Don't stick your tongue out.
Just talking to me. I had a son call here.
Okay.
And I got him when he was really young. He was a rescue.
and he was an amazing bird. We really bonded. I would be working outside in the garden, and he would go out with me. He would hang upside down from the bottom of my t-shirt and sit on my shoulder. And come over here. Come on. Come on. Come on.
It's like someone left your little present on your arm.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, that is all my head. Come on, sweetie. They are beautiful birds. They are, right? And they're very sweet.
They're made of pillows, so they definitely are like little old married couples. They fight all the time. They'll sit next to her. You've had enough. It's my turn.
So, is this one older? Is it oldest?
It's made of bird. Towards the top, we have Cecil and Cole are both two of our more dominant males. Cecil's hanging out in the house over there.
Yeah.
He's just made his way towards the top. We have Cecil and Clink are both two of our more dominant males. Cecil's hanging out in the house over there.
Bird on my head.
Yeah.
Alright.
No more.
Feeling?
Two in the bird bounce.
No more.
Yeah. I'm bouncing. That's good. Yeah.
Okay, how do I...
That's a tiny little camera.
Stop it.
It is, and it's gyroscopically stabilized.
That's incredible.
So, yeah.
Does the
So-
port just like pop out to the side so you can just plug the whole thing in?
Yeah, I could have my phone attached where my left index finger is, like
Yeah.
that my cell phone could be there. That would give me a bigger screen to work with and
Right.
stuff. But if I could see the controls, I would put on active tracking, and it would actually keep focused on his head as
That's
he moved
amazing.
around.
What
Instead,
kind
I'm just
camera
kind
is
of...
that?
So it's a DJI Osmo Pocket.
Okay.
It's like $250 or something, I think.
Yeah.
They're not crazy expensive
Yeah.
things.
That's amazing.
Okay.
It feels so neat. They're wait. Zygodactylic, right? Yes. Okay.
Very nice.
I did not know that.
Two in the front, two in the back.
Okay. So in Pennsylvania, the only birds that do that we have are woodpeckers, nuthatches, and not many.
So what does that
Not
mean?
many. 2 toes pointing forward and 2 toes pointing back. Zygodactylic.
Wow. Say, Frederick. He wakes up. Good. Bench. Freddie is our youngest, but also our biggest sea lion here at Coral World. He is about 8 years old, actually 8 and a half right now, and he weighed in at 752 pounds, right? Good, yeah. So he's working pretty hard to maintain that weight. He is our big dominant male. Good, and along with that comes a dashingly handsome smile. Good, nice job, Fred. And very good. Good boy, huh? So I mentioned to you guys, good, that we do a lot of training here at Coral World, and that's really important, stay, when we're working with sea lions like Fred, who are pretty big. It's really important that we're able, good, to give them the best possible care. And so one way that we do that, Mr. Tongue. Good boy. I'm still seeing your tongue. Very nice. He's got all kinds of faces to show you guys there. You're just showing off for the cameras. Good. Well, you're not shy then, are you? Good boy. Nice job. He's got a lot of personality. Good. He's also extremely, extremely smart. Stay. So one of the things that we constantly are having to do, good, is make sure that we're giving him enough mental stimulation to keep him focused and to make sure that he's using all that brain power because he's extremely smart. And so, good. One of the things that I'm working on right now is actually teaching him some words. So a lot of the cues you'll see me give, like his smile, good, are mostly on a visual. I do this and he knows. Good. And he knows the word smile as well. So I don't have to give a visual. Smile. Good. And he knows it, right? Good. Nice job. So one that he's working on, target, is tongue. He doesn't know it. I don't think he knows it. Good. I practiced it yesterday. You didn't know it. Good. Let's see if you remember. Tongue. Good. Wow, you made a liar out of me, Freddie. Good boy. Nice job. Okay, so he knows that word. Let's try and see if we know another one. How about stay? Wave. Okay, so he doesn't know that word. So we got something we can work on. Right, Fred? High five. Good. Nice job. Okay, so what we're going to work on today, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how we train. Nice and quiet for me, please. Good. Is how we can teach him. And this one, he already knows, thankfully. He knows this one. Good. So if you wave at him, he knows to wave back. He's very smart. But he doesn't know the word yet. So I'm going to work on teaching him. Wave. Good. Wave. Good. So we got a wave and a smile there. We got an overachiever, right? Good. Good job. We'll see. I'm not sure if he's going to get this. This is actually the very first day that we're working on this one because we're working on all. Wave. Good. Wave. Good. Nice job. Wave. Good boy. So see how I'm fading out my hand? And eventually, he's going to be able to do it on just the word. Because sea lions actually have great hearing, despite the fact that they have a very tiny little ear right there. That is an ear you're looking at. Good. Sea lions also sometimes get called, good, come. They also will target, right here, friend, good, come. They'll be called, stay, the eared seals. Because they share a lot of features with seals, but seals don't have the little ear that you can see. So sea lions do, but they hear really well. Good, and that's how we're able to use a lot of sound cues when we're teaching them. Nice job. And there's a little visual of that big belly that Fred's doing. So I'm constantly working to keep him kind of focused and entertained because, as I mentioned, he's very, very smart. Now, the other thing we use training for, stay, is, I'm going to flipper Mr. Freddie, is for health care, husbandry reasons. That's actually one of the most important reasons, stay. So if Freddie didn't want me to, if he wasn't this comfortable and I couldn't just ask him to roll himself over, do you guys think I'd see his belly very often? No. Before I did this, you guys couldn't see his belly. You probably didn't know he had a cute little belly button right there. But because he's comfortable, because we've used positive training, he's able to help us out. And that's really important because at 750 pounds, anything Fred does not want to do, good. He is definitely not doing, are you? Say, no. Good, definitely not. So we use training to be able to help us to accomplish all of that healthcare. Target. So I'm actually going to show you guys. Oops, what happened? Did you get a little fish scale stuck in your throat? Oh my goodness. Come here. Why don't you head back to Emma? Go, see if we can get that.
It doesn't feel very good. So it hurts for them as well. And it usually takes about 6 to 8 months to come back. So during that time, they're completely defenseless. So they don't want to do that. Usually what they'll do instead is hide in the sand. You guys have probably seen them kind of couple holding themselves and then cover themselves in sand. That's what they prefer to do. Or they can swim really fast as well. So they're getting herring and squid and
Here are John and Jess doing some snorkeling at Koki Beach. Here we have people doing some laps with Boo Bear. Boo was very funny because he would meet you at the end of the pool to give you a high five if you were swimming laps.
Someone fell.
it's not very easy to swim and to take photography at the same time.
Yes, good dog, good dog. You get her. You get her.
That's a short lap. Yeah, you want me to go there? Camera's underwater.
There we go.
How many of us does it take to exercise a dog? It's the other way around. You already know that.
And on our last day at St. Thomas, we walked down to Tutu Beach. Of course, as you can tell, I took the drone up, did a little bit of aerial and stuff. Watching the pelicans dive into the water to catch their fish was quite enjoyable. Okay, ahead of us you can see a road that comes down and then winds up along the side of the mountain here. Typical of many of the roads we were driving on this side of the island. John is working here to get his submarine out into the water, and you can see it there floating by the edge, the white thing with the white cable attached to it, and he will be sending that out shortly. It is making its way out, and in a few minutes it will go under and we will start seeing some live footage from the sub. And here we go with the underwater footage. That road right there is the road we walk down, and then there is a drainage ditch that we work in our way almost in line with that road down to the beach. To get back to our place, you walk up this hill, and you do a switch back up another hill, and then you go down a little and up a little until you eventually get back to Spirit on the Water.
The other two. Oh, not that one. That one's moving. Green's moving now too, right? Mm-hmm. Number 3 moved. Where do we go from here? Brownie gave up. Green's gone. The wasabi. Well, oh. They pretend like they're little race cars. Yeah. Put letters on. Colorful. Yeah. Put letters on each car. You can put an S on one of them, and then you can say, "Oh, look at that S car go." He's gonna be in for a rude surprise. And he's going to call it Flat Earth Society. He is. He's going for it. Boom. Oh, there's one over here that's actively walking. Yeah.